You ever look at something and think, ooh, that's easy to draw, and then boom! That's because perspective has become your enemy. In today's video, we're going to draw a bucket. Let's use perspective to your advantage. I'm going to show you how to break this bucket down step by step so you can learn to use ovals and cones. We'll even add some surface lines to add value and structure. My name is Kurt. I'm a dad who draws. Come on, we've got to get to work.
Okay, so we have a pail, and this actually is it's kind of a combination of two masses, two volumes of both. It's a combination of the cylinder, but it's also like a cone that the bottom has been, because it flares out, it's like a cone. The bottom has been, the cone part, the pointed part has been removed. Let's start off with a center line, the minor axis, and help us to get some nice reflective or clean ovals. Where this, the widest point along the edges, right along there, along the minor axis. So that looks pretty good, just like that. Now, if you wanted to, you could say to yourself, well, where's this edge here? And this would, you could kind of judge that distance if you wanted to. And you could even say, oh, look, as I'm looking at this, it's almost maybe one, maybe two, a little bit more, 2.5 length. There's one length. There's two and a little bit more. Okay, so that is about how width, the length of this curve is going to have to be. So let's come in here now. And then I just want to get a nice reflection of that. Trying to get A to be reflective of B, right along that minor axis. Let's then determine, we could just guesstimate this distance right down here. You could almost use this as your measuring. So how many might that be? Almost a little bit more than 2.5. One, same proportion there. All right, so there's the bottom of my pail. So let's get this oval in like this, maybe. Like this. And one thing you want to make sure you do when you draw this, that this distance right here, that minor axis is a little bit wider than up here. And we do that. We do that because, let me find out, let's just say this is our eye line or our horizon line. And just watch this, you don't have to draw this, but as our circle gets closer to the horizon line, it gets more foreshortened. As it gets further away, we start to see more of it, okay? The other idea is like, if I show you my coffee cup here, and then we started to look on top of it, you're gonna see it more round. So the same thing happens here. As the bottom of our pail is further below our eye level, thus we're gonna see more of it. Okay. Bring your edges in. Now we've got a nice taper going on. Go ahead and I'm gonna erase this line here and this one. Now that I have my bottom of my pail looking good, I'm going to erase all of these red marks. Go ahead and get this band in. And again, it's also going to be, you could draw it lightly so you really get a sense of its roundness. Okay, that looks pretty good. There's my band. All right, let's get these pieces of wood, these slats of wood, so you could see. I'm just guesstimating these. Sometimes when I'm drawing objects like this, I'll try and be accurate with the most important things. But then as I start to get more into the details, I could kind of guesstimate where things are going. You know, as long as the main core elements are accurate, they'll kind of frame up everything else. All right, so we've got this diamond shape here, right? All right, let's get this handle. This handle is a throwback to our cylinders here, right? So let's start off with, we're going to get this handle, and it's almost like a wheel almost, because the center line is going to be just like this. You see that? So let's draw that in place. And that also acts as an axle. And if you remember from our oval lesson, the axle is always and also the minor axis. So on this, we can then draw our oval up here. And we want to make sure that A is reflective of B. So if it was going in this direction, see how those are, we want to make those two reflective. If it was going in this direction, same thing. That is so important. That concept is just vital in so many aspects. All right, let's get our handle coming across. And then you can curve the back end. All right, let's make a curve now. Since we do see this back area here, let's add a couple slats in back here as well. And let's pretend like our sun is coming down from this direction. So that means that this side is going to have a tone. And then this side's going to have a tone because this is in the shadow. And also our handle is going to be in shadow because it's on this side of the light. All right, let's add some surface lines to our handle, and they're going to be curved. This is going to really give a sense that this handle is round. Surface lines up here. And we can also add some surface lines to the metal band down here, and they can also serve as shading. So if I come in at an angle like this, because it's following the surface of the pail, and as I get more toward the center, they get more vertical. And then as I go back over here to the edge, I'm going to spread them out just a little bit. Follow the surface of that band, you see that? And we could also add a band to the bottom as well. Same process. If you do have additional questions, please join our Facebook group. It's totally for free. Post your questions in there. You could direct it toward me, or even down here in the comments below, you could ask a question and I will try and answer it my best. My name's Kurt. I'm a dad who draws. All right. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Okay. Bye-bye.